Hello, and welcome to our second of three segments in our Meet the MS Accounting Faculty Director series, a series which is dedicated to conversations designed to provide an in-depth look at what makes the University at Buffalo's MS Accounting program and its people so special. My name is Aaron Shaw. I'm the Assistant Director of Recruitment for our MBA and MS programs. And a little bit of a teaser here on your screen is a QR code in which I'll elaborate on here at the end before we get out of here. But I'm joined today by one of those special people that I was referring to, the MS Accounting Program Faculty Director, Professor Rose Hu. Rose, welcome, and thank you for joining me.
Thanks so much, Karen.
If you missed the first segment, Professor Hu provided us with a ton of great details about herself and her role as the MS Accounting Program Faculty Director. This time around, I'd like to shift the focus to the MS Accounting program as a whole. Are you ready to kick things off, Professor Hu?
Let's do it.
Okay, great. So first up, compared to other programs across the competitive landscape, what makes this program unique?
I love this question because I love to be able to kind of share how we differentiate ourselves and what makes us really proud of the program we have and that you can be part of. Our MS Accounting program has a really rich tradition of preparing students well to succeed in the profession. And each year we have several successful alumni that I love keeping in touch with, being promoted into really fulfilling roles in their career. So it's not preparation for that job, but growing in their. So I'll talk a little bit about how we do that in just a moment. But I love hearing about their time at UB and how it was a meaningful part of preparing them for their career success that they have today and throughout. Our graduate program is a truly professional school. So you go up through not just the technical accounting knowledge that you need to be a successful CPA, but also our program is very specifically designed to be more than that. It's overall that professional polish that comes with developing several soft skills. And that's something every time I talk with alumni, they reflect back on things like those presentation skills and executive presence, the significant experience working in a team environment. And our students also have very strong pass rates on the CPA exam, some of the strongest across New York State. And we have an excellent placement record, meaning students securing full-time jobs in their chosen career track before graduation even hits. So really excited to share a little bit more about the program with you today.
Awesome, thank you so much. So when prospective students are researching and comparing programs, naturally at some point they're going to come across curriculum. So why should someone get excited about UB's MS Accounting curriculum? And in that, of course, I'm sure you're going to elaborate, but what are some of the track options and career paths that are associated with those tracks?
Yeah, so the key part there is that curriculum that is a unique way that we design to be able to give you both breadth and depth. And how do we do that is unique to UB. So when I mean the breadth and the depth, what I mean by that is that we offer you the ability to select your specialization and tailor your curriculum to your particular career goals. So you select a track that you want to specialize in, accounting and assurance, or our taxation track, or internal audit and risk management. And all students will be able to specialize in that chosen piece. In addition to that, though, all students have a solid core curriculum. So our core classes that everyone across the program takes allow you to have that breadth, that you're well-rounded. No matter what career direction you go, you have an ability to serve your clients in our public accounting space, being able to know a little bit of each of those disciplines, but then where your passion lies, deeper specialize into that particular chosen career path. So it gives you the ability to make sure you feel like you are a well-rounded professional, of course, prepared for that CPA exam, but also just serving your clients in a well-rounded way. And then also the ability to have a core that allows you to pivot your career later on if you desire that. So you're not going to, like, let's say you were to specialize in one particular area, you're not going to be naive to like total other parts of the accounting world. You're going to have that good breadth as well. So that is one unique thing. There aren't many programs out there that allow that track specialization, and we're really proud of how we continue to innovate our curriculum to make sure that those specific track specializations really keep in tune to the changing market of today. Most people that are studying accounting know that it is not a static field. There is always a career evolution going on, especially in terms of things like technology and data analytics. So both in those core classes and throughout all of the tracks, we infuse that into our curriculum. I'm proud to sit on our curriculum committee, of course, for our graduate program, but also our undergraduate. And just in general, our UB Department of Accounting and Law is really proud. And to the point of the question, why should you be excited about the curriculum? Because it prepares you well for the profession, because we're not just sitting on a curriculum that is years old. We keep innovating it all the time to make sure it really gives you the hands-on experience and things like data analytics and other technology that is used in the profession today.
Yeah, I'm excited. Very good. Thank you so much. So moving on, what, if any, are some misconceptions about the program?
Yeah, so sometimes students that are coming to UB are a little nervous about coming to such a large university. And I have to admit, when I first came to UB, I had a little bit of that. And it is true. We are an excellent pillar of the SUNY system. We are a large university, but I actually see a lot of value and opportunity in that. The diversity of thought, ideas, events, fun activities, and all of that, that being at a large university is. So where does the misconception come in? Well, the beautiful part of it is our program within the School of Management is a tight-knit community. Mm-hmm. So the School of Management itself is housed in 2 adjacent buildings on campus. And that tight-knit small community, a lot of our students sit right within those 2 buildings for most of the day. And even further than that, our accounting program within the School of Management really is like a family. Our students and faculty enjoy a close connection. Your faculty will actually know your name for sure and enjoy getting to know you. You certainly aren't just one in, say, 30,000 students in the university. You are a person that we get to know and we value.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I got to admit, I thought we were going to go in a different direction with that. That was outstanding, but I thought for sure we were going to talk more about the CPA in some capacity.
I can talk about that too, for sure. There's all sorts of misconceptions that people can have about the CPA track and whatnot. But those that know they're going into accounting kind of know what they're getting into to some extent. But yes, if you are interested in, if you are not quite yet at the part where you are applying to graduate school, but you're exploring what that might be, and you're maybe a few years out from that, please do feel free to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to share with you about the profession as a whole and why I really love being a CPA, and it's been a really rewarding career path, both in my role in public accounting and now in academia.
Yeah, incredible. Thank you so much. Okay, so to this point, and again, if you missed segment 1, go back and watch it, but we have talked a lot about preparation and what the program potentially can do. So to elaborate on that, what are some roles that students end up in? What are the demands and outcomes, and what organizations recruit our students?
Yeah, so I love talking about this success story. So our program does afford students a wide range of career paths that are available to them. So I mentioned, for example, that our students get to tailor their curriculum via selecting which track they'd like to go into. So some students like to go the direction of like assurance or audit, and go into a field where, as an external auditor, they are, we usually call it like the protector of the capital markets. They're involved in analyzing financial statements of companies and assessing whether they are a reasonably fair presentation of what really is going on in that company. And that, of course, helps the world make effective decisions about investments and how to efficiently allocate capital throughout our markets. You can tell I kind of talk passionately about that. That was my role. I was an external auditor. But other students want to go into a career in taxation, and some work within a company doing corporate taxation and working within that field and helping their company efficiently plan for how they would allocate taxes and how, of course, they would report that out to the public if they're a publicly traded company. Lots of planning and interesting things around that. Some want to work in public accounting, but in taxation. So serving clients and doing their taxes that way, either individuals or businesses. We have a really interesting tax class on multi-jurisdictional entities, which, complicated phrasing for, think about international tax, taxed across various states. So interesting things like that. Some people taxes that world. And then we also have students that want to go into internal audit. So a role that still has that audit word, right? But they are working within a company to help them assess where risks are in the business and identify ways to mitigate risks and grow the business in ways that they want to make sure there's efficient allocation of resources and other things within the business. And of course, there's a lot more to that. That's, you know, my really quick snippet of lots of different things. But the other thing about the internal audit track is that risk management piece. So a lot of students will actually take that track and not have a career in internal audit. They want to go into maybe consulting with various businesses and looking at how to mitigate, manage risks within that organization. So there is a wide variety of how students apply those different disciplines and find careers in all of those. And I am very happy to report part of the success story is that there is very strong demand for CPAs. And this is pretty consistent in any economic environment. You think about, you know, what I just described of what a CPA can do in those different fields, and those needs don't go away with different, you know, hills and valleys in economic environments. So there has continued to be strong demand, and what that translates into is high demand for our students. And so job placement for our grads and even before they graduate is very strong. There's great demand for all of those different paths as our students become recruits into the accounting world.
That's a great final point there. Thank you very much for that. Okay, we once again talked a little bit about this in our first segment, but I think it's such an important topic, so I'm bringing it back once again. What are some of the trends that you've seen amongst successful students? And we haven't touched on this one yet, but on the flip side of that, what are some of the pitfalls?
Yeah, I'll kind of connect those two together. They're sort of like two sides to the same coin. And it does relate a little bit to our first segment. So I invite you to go watch that if you haven't already, but don't be short-sighted. That is, especially in graduate school, successful students see the long game. And what I mean by that is the graduate program, as I've mentioned, is a professional education program preparing you for a professional career as a CPA. And so my most successful students go into our program in graduate school and view this as their job. They are no longer, you know, wear hoodies to class and, you know, just kind of like get through and hope you're getting good grades. This is their last stop before they're ready to launch their professional career. And my most successful students in the program take advantage of that opportunity and use that, you know, take advantage of the opportunities to polish themselves and have that, you know, professional executive presence, have professional presentation skills where they don't just, okay, yeah, this is another class assignment. They take it seriously and dive right in there. Portions of our curriculum actually even have real world projects where faculty will coordinate with external parties. We'll have a client arranged for you, and our students undertake a project that they serve that client. So my most successful students take advantage of those opportunities and really treat that as like, okay, this is my time to serve those clients, develop those soft skills while I'm in that safe space of my education still, so that they are really well prepared when they launch their career. So the other side of that, pitfalls, is if a student really kind of has that short-sighted view where they're just, looking to the next exam or the next deliverable versus seeing bigger picture, how their investment of time and money is paying off in terms of their overall professional preparation and what great success they'll have as a CPA coming out of our program.
Yeah, very good. Thank you so much. Okay, that's going to put a wrap on this particular segment. Professor Hu, once again, thank you so much for providing us with tremendous insight and for joining me here today.
You're very welcome. Thanks very much for having me.
And again, turning my attention to the audience, we're glad that you're considering the UB MS Accounting program, but we want you to stay connected. We want to hear from you. And you can do that. As promised, I brought it back. Pull your cell phone out, open the camera, wave it over the QR code. It's going to take you to a couple of links associated with that QR code that you can then do a number of things with, ranging from scheduling a one-on-one admissions advising appointment to registering for a recruiting event, browsing our website, social media, so on and so forth. But be on the lookout for our third and final segment, in which we take a closer look at how the MS Accounting program is interconnected with the university as a whole, the Buffalo Niagara region and communities within those, and ultimately the bigger picture. But for now, take care and goodbye.